Ooh. Wow! Look at how beautiful the symmetry is here. Let's press the New Year button as it goes from the year of the Griffin to the year of the Hydra, I believe. All right. Well, Paladin looks like it's gonna be super OP. So let's start with Paladin. I want to see if it's true. The Holy Light. Evil Heckler's back, but we're still taking Troll Centurion. Here's the Sea Scout Operator. I have to look at these cards again. Yeah, we did the card review, but I've only seen these cards like twice. I got to reread these, and you might need to as well. So it's a good thing to reread them. Battlecraft, you control mech, summon 2/2/1 Mecha Fish. CSAT better than the other two. Yeah, probably true. And they look highly similar, the Ancient Shade and the Amalgam Rager, as it turns out. Just take a Warhorse Trainer. Ooh, Stubborn Suspect's back. Stormwind's back. Suspect was good. Is it better than Hold the Bridge? Depends on how aggressive the meta is. Depends on how much you need the lifesteal. Those read Hold the Bride. That could be the man crick looking for his wife. I took the Suspect, but maybe that's wrong. Reveal a minion each deck. If yours costs more, restore 7 health to your hero. It's still a 5 and a 5/5, so this card's always been quite reasonable. But here's the new 5 mana 5/6 Ajaran Sentinel. Put a Sunken Sentinel on the bottom of your deck. 5 mana 5/6s are nice, plus this has Taunt. Shopkeep is pretty good too, but let's take the new Sentinel. Tournament Medic, Naval Mine, Sacred Trial. These cards all suck. These ain't good. Yeah, Naval, the opponent won't kill when we have synergy with Scout. Yeah, and, we might be able to put a buff on it. Honestly, I'm gonna take the Naval Mine, but maybe you should take Tournament Medic. Ooh. Wow! Look at how beautiful the symmetry is here. You've got King Varian, Diamond in the middle, and you have two of the fishmen. One facing right towards Varian, and one facing right towards Varian, one facing left towards Varian. Rigged. All rigged. This is not a real pick. Dr. Varian. We have a rush already. We have a rush already at the least, and we have a taunt also. I don't know how easy Divine Shield is to get. But you have to cast a spell on this, cast it on another friendly minion, and then the secretly counter thing, which could be really, really strong as long as you're already ahead. But if your opponent can kill it, then it doesn't do anything. So you have to be ahead. I don't know if we'll get the cards for the Light Blade. Varian draws the Sentinel. Oh, it draws the Sunken Sentinel. Alright, well, I guess that's enough of an argument to take the older card instead of one of the new legendaries. But yeah, Akani hype. I don't know. Akani might be really, really, really good. But I like Swag's idea that we can draw the Sunken Sentinel out of the bottom of our deck with the Varian, and the Sunken Sentinel has Divine Shield, I believe. So, all right, I'm gonna take Varian for the Sunken Synergy. Let's take Consecration. Would work with those Pogfish if another one shows up. Battlecry and Death Rattle summon a 1/1 Piranha Swarmer. This card seemed quite good. If you cast a spell while holding this, do 3 damage. We've got 2 spells currently with the Baba Naga, but it's understated. Is Amalgam also Naga now? Should be, yeah, just like it became a Quillbore too. Yeah, should be a Naga now. I think I'm gonna take the Reef Walker. With, not getting an overwhelming amount of spells. Blessed Goods is a spell. It's a pretty good one. Discover Secret Weapon or Divine Shield minion. Silent Night is back. I always remember Silent Night. I don't know how many other people might remember it for this reason, but Trump SC. Trump SC got to reveal this card, and he kind of made fun of how how lame the card was compared to his prominence as a streamer type thing. Reforks to us out? I think so. But let's take Blessed Goods. Another legendary. Whoa! Well, there's only really one legendary here. The other ones are not terrible. I mean, in decreasing order of power, Yashiraj at the end of your turn, put the minion from your deck onto the battlefield. It's too slow. It's too slow, but it's if you have the time, it's still good. Smite 6/5 charge is good, but there's really only one. Yeah, Rage Unbound. Remember the Mana Wraith clip? 11 mana. Yep. I remember that. That was there. Goliath Sneed's masterpiece. Is Argus in the core set? I don't remember if they took that one out. I don't remember. Hebe says it is still in. Murloc Knight, what a classic. What a classic. And there are some new Murlocs around. I think I am going to take the Murloc Knight, even though Consecration, honestly, maybe, like, better. But I want to take a Murloc Knight. You can get Colossal. Oh, you did Warlock Colossal? Which would summon the taunt. It wouldn't actually kill any minions, right? Because that's a battle cry. But yeah, you would get 2 huge minions. That's interesting and concerning. Concerning in terms of how high rolly it is. But it's a lot of Murlocs. Yeah. That's gotta be a tilting way to lose, though. Refreshment Vendor is pretty okay still. 4 mana, 3/5. Restore 4 health each year. If you're playing a little slow, that healing can be nice. But let's take True Silver. Stand Against Darkness. Well, even with Murloc Knight, I don't think I want any Fen. Stand Against Darkness is a card I've never really liked. Nerubian Prophet. You have to wait 2 turns for it to be decent and 3 turns for it to be good. Yabi's Prophet's still good. I think I like it better than Stand Against Darkness. What does the Crush Call Force do? It's a 3 mana, 3/4. If you cast a spell holding this, draw a Naga. How many other Naga do we have, actually? None? Which kind of surprises me. I thought every deck might end up with a lot of Naga. But we don't have any right now. Even so, it's a 3 mana, 3/4, which makes it better than these cards, typically. That says, wait, so that's right, show you 2 mana, 4. Yeah, well, to explain it again, they hot-fixed the change. They didn't put out an actual patch for it. So even though if it shows you 2 mana in your collection, and even though it shows you when you're drafting it as 2 mana, when you're actually in-game, it's going to show it debuffed at 3 mana, and it'll be the new stats, but it'll be listed as buffs and debuffs instead of actually in your collection as those stats. Bastos drafted 2 Gangplank Divers. Oh, dear. I got a Sneeds, though. I got a Sneeds and a Varian. Competitive Spirit is typically not that good. Eldritch Shore is not that good. However, the Ajaran Mooncatcher has Divine Shield, which is good for Varian to draw in the first place, and the Sunken version has Divine Shield. So both of these Sunken cards have synergy with Varian, which is interesting. I wonder if that'll see any play in Constructed, or if it'll be, like, too slow or something. But yes, very good to see Tarantula Graham. Hope you are doing well on this Sunken launch day. There's the Sunfish. If you're holding a holy spell, get the Taunt and Divine Shield. Immortalized in Stone is holy. Consecration is holy. Blessed Goods is holy. Maybe we should still consider taking the Blessing of Kings, but let's go ahead and take that Pog Fish that people are excited about. I do need a 2 more than a 3, by the way. I got, like, no 2s, but let's still take the Pog Fish. People want to see it. Second Murloc Knight versus the Argent Protector. Argent Protector does fit this deck much better. Because we need... Yeah, not drafting 2-drops, exactly. I want another Murloc Knight. Because they're, cool. And it's pointed out that we can apparently summon the Warlock Colossal. Makes it so much fun. I know, but we're gonna have a lot more fun if we don't die on turn 2 or on turn 5 or something. I think we're still gonna take the Protector. I've already got 1 Knight, Let's not push our luck. Lion Guard is back. If you have 15 or less health, gain the +2/+4 and taunt. Was never a super big fan of Lion Guard, actually. After you cast a spell, gain +1 attack until your turn. I'm just going to take the Dire Maul, really, but maybe Lion Guard is good in this meta. We'll see. Selfless Hero, give it a random friend minion Divine Shield on Death Rattle. There's also that new 4-mana 7/7 that seems terrible because your opponent drawing 2 cards is really, really good for them. Maybe you'll just win the game off of it. I count 1. Oh, yeah, now I've got a Naga to draw with the Crush Claw, that's true. I think I will take Direwolf, but Selfless Hero could be good, maybe. Something more like a Colossal Knight is obscenely dumb. Yeah, it is possible, right? They said you can't, you know, like, evolve and devolve in the Colossals, but I think you can still... I think you would still be able to randomly generate one off a Knight. Repeat the last spell you've cast on a friendly minion on this. We don't have any targeted spells. Can we turn down that King's? I think we just take Ring of Courage. You could take Loot Order, because it fits our curve better, but Ring of Courage was really good to us in the last meta. Ring of Courage be a holy spell? Maybe. Noble Sacrifice versus Jouster. I guess I'll take Jouster. Sure seem great if your opponent doesn't have removal, and terrible when they do, right? And guess what people draft quite a bit of when it's offered? Removal. Alright, we still need 2s. Let's take the Sneaky Scout. Midnight Drake has always been pretty bad. 4 mana, 1/4, gain +1 attack. For each other card in your hand. Psychotron has Taunt and Divine Shield, so it's something easy to draw off Varian. More draw potential for Varian makes it easier to get value off him, period, later in the game. We might have already drawn our other cards that are valid for it. It's the first time I've seen Joust. Yep. I mean, it's not even a real keyword, right? It doesn't say Joust in all caps on the cards. Alliance Bannerman is back. We had a lot of good Bannerman decks. And, yeah, Cyclopean Horror and Violet Teacher are not all that exciting. Oh, except they nerfed Bannerman, didn't they? They nerfed it from 2/2 to 2/1. We suggest it's not a good mechanic. Yeah, it was one of the biggest failures in Hearthstone's history. For sure. Do we still want Bannerman even nerfed? Probably. That's why it's not gold, is because they nerfed it and I disenchanted all my copies. Spammy should still be good, I would think, although we haven't seen the meta yet. I like Sky Talon too. There's another Inspire, give your other minions +1/+1, but it's a 5 mana 3/3. You know what I'd rather do? Pay 2 extra mana and have a temporary buff instead of permanent buff on a much smaller minion. Another Ring of Courage. There's another Jouster. If you reveal minion in each deck, if yours costs more, you get to be a 2/3. We actually do have quite a few of these heavier cards, but we also might pull one of these. I think I still want another Ring of Courage, but you could actually take Jouster in this deck. Quite possibly. Health Nerf on Bannerman really did the card so badly. Literally undraftable now. But wait, I drafted it. There's the Shellfish again. I think I still don't want it. Cavalry Horn. I mean, I could... Here's the thing. Summon the lowest cost minion in your hand. Oh yeah, I could cheat out Sneed, or I could cheat out Varian. But that means that I wouldn't get their battle cries. Cheating the Centurion could be good. But, is the Northshire Farmer so bad that I just want the Horn anyway? Maybe. Try the Shellfish? No. I don't. I think this card's terrible. And I like that we've got Sneed and Varian. I don't want to compromise the deck in that way. Alright, I took the Horn. Alright, feel farmer deletes the deck unless you're a hunter and have OP beasts. Yeah. Well, I don't know how many. I didn't even really look at how many beasts I might have in the deck, period. I may not really have much of anything. Got the Sunfish. That's really it, right? I can also get wolves off the Direwolf. 2 drops. I got Sneaky Scout and Argent Protector. The Rings of Courage and the Naval Mine probably don't really count. Mr. Loosh said, hey, good to see you, Loosh. Hope it's a good launch day for you. Alright, do I want to keep the title just as, like, launch day, or do I want to change the title to Varian plus Sneed? I can kind of keep both. I can say Sneed plus Varian and still have launch of Sunken City expansion and new arena meta. Okay, now we could let this Nerubian Prophet start discounting. I don't think I want the Sea Scout Operator. It's only good right now if I've got the Naval Mine already on board. Warrior, yeah. Who knows how good or bad Warrior is. Let's just launch Sneeds. Which sounds more like an anime command. Launch Sneeds! Launch every Sneed right now! I do have some synergies with holding spells, right? The Sunfish in particular. But if I can get an early Divine Shield minion right now, that could help us. Oh, right, you can discover Cthulhu stuff even though you can't draft it. Huh. The Rallying Blade, though. Immortalized, I can say, immortalized in snow. Sneed. Yeah, our deck is probably gonna miss turn 2 pretty often.
All it takes is a lot of lava.
That's one of the strongest looking warrior cards. And yeah. I always kind of forget about it until it starts happening. But I always like hearing the new voice lines and stuff. All it takes is a lot of lava. Slime skill was so dumb lately. I get you on the board. The played North Sea Kraken to reduce damage, but it died for your Murloc. Wait, what slime skill? Genuinely? Genuinely? I'm like, wait, what's that card do?
Burn away your transgressions.
So next turn we can drop a 2-mana Prophet. Oh, the poison one, the Murloc poison. Gotcha. It's good to see Wheeler. Hope you're doing great. Just got your opponent with an Ice Owl. There's the first time he played it. I don't know if I have an Ice Owl. Oh, I think I got an Ice Owl after years. I think I bought some wild packs and I opened an Ice Owl years and years after its release. There it is. And you can see, there's the hotfix thing. There's the hotfix thing. The mana cost 3 in red. They also buffed this with the Obsidian Smith. We could swap over to the True Silver.
I wonder.
This is home. How's the new stuff looking? The new stuff, Sneed and Varian, they're looking good. Oh wait, those are old. I don't know. This is literally our first match. We did get some new stuff. We got. I'm interested to see if we're gonna be able to combine Varian with some of the with the 2 sunken cards in our deck.
Burn away your transgressions.
This will buff up. Oh, wait, well, oh, sorry, it's Battle Cry. Shoot. I was thinking it was Death Rattle. Oh, man, I gotta pay more attention to these older cards.
To battle! To battle!
I really thought I was about to buff the Psychotron, but it's Battle Cry. It was a legacy weapon. He would lapse my order. It's probably gonna happen quite a few times today. So I readjust.
King's honor, friend.
I think Steam Force for 3 mana is still really good. Oh, yeah. Discover is, you know, just good in general. So we got the Immortalized in Stone. Next turn, playing Ring of Courage on here would be pretty good.
I wonder.
So the hope is that we Divine Shield this, and we swing the True Silver here, and the 3 cost is easy to kill with our 4/4. Ah! Not clean. Yeah, it looks clean. It looked clean. Not quite as clean as I hoped. Now, there is the Tar Creeper with the new core tag, so the new core set certainly exists in Arena in some fashion, at least on RNG. There's the Rush Poison Super Dumb, and the Rush Immune.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Next, a neutral Rush Immune, dormant for 1 turn. It's so stupid. Yeah, that one. That one we may need to go on a great crusade to get banned. They got the heavy armor. They got the tank up. So here's the first time we played Immortalized in stone. Does it have a cool visual effect, or probably not? Yeah, it's got the little earthquake thing, but that's it. Well, hoping they don't have, like, Brawl. We stack up, now we'll never win. Maybe. Oh, this is, yeah. The 1-2 is a worn statue with its arms missing. The 2-4 is a living statue. And then the 4-8 is a pristine statue. Alright. That's cute. So we are still trash, even at double power. 0 times 2 is still 0. We got that 6-6. Which I think we're just gonna troll Centurion down. We could do like trade, but let's just have a 8-2. I don't know what we want to be doing positioning wise this meta yet. That'll take a while to learn. There shouldn't be any super collider. 8 says hello, good to see you. Welcome to the launch day. They throw out a slam with their importer. That's why they keep making broken dormant cards. Well, I mean, there's the Baba Naga. I couldn't tell what she said though. The easy answer is I suppose they're trying to balance them for constructed. But that makes them OP in Arena. That's the easy answer.
Is this the fishing tournament?
Hey, we fished up a heel. We fished up a heel. I was thinking of going for one of these 3s, but really, at this exact moment, we're just trying to maximize our damage to their face, kill them through the 4 armor per turn. Did Mimo attacking get banned? Somebody said they drafted 2 of them, so I'm guessing not.
Did you have an audience with the king?
They do have the Lion Guard with extra taunt strength, and they can do that armor for 4. We're 2 off lethal here, I think. Is there any way I can take advantage of the spammy? If I put the 1 and the 2 there, spammy can do 2 more damage. If I play the Warhorse Trainer, we can do 5, and then 2. I end up with 9. I don't think I can get lethal here. Yeah, Zeps is 1 off lethal. I see a way to get 1 off, but I don't see a way to get lethal. Unfortunately.
I wonder.
I'm running out of time to see how I do want to do it. I guess we're just gonna...
Mount up! To battle!
Guess we're just gonna do it this way. My blood boils for war. Always enjoy hearing the new voice lines. It is that should have been lethal. Was there a way to do it? I looked. I only found a way to be 1 off. I didn't see anybody. You know, it's really tough to type in the solution in time with that level of complexity. But yeah, the only one I saw was 1 off. It's certainly possible there was a different way to trade that would get lethal. Alright, yeah. John had asked if the epic bug's back. It does not appear to be. I got 2 legendaries. But in terms of epics, we may have no epics. I got a spammy, which may have been why you asked why I choose the spammy. But the spammy is all I have in terms of epics. Alright. We start off the meta with a win. So we can make the obvious joke of this is where we should retire. With 100% win rate for the current expansion set. Thank you again to Jensen with the 300 bits support. J-Master, good to see you on this launch day. Hope you are doing great.
Uther versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. Behold the light's inferno.
Behold the light's inferno. This is Sneed, for shame, sir, for shame. I have no shame. All I want to do is win. At any cost. It's good to see David. Hope it's a good launch day for you. What was this line? My blood boils for war.
My blood boils for war. My blood boils for war.
A glorious day to you.
A glorious day.
Fire and blood. Not on my watch.
Well, if they use their coin, they kill our 3-2. That feels bad. I could have hero powered. It's good watching baseball. Learns ball. Just this legendary bug. And yeah, just they got 2 legend in their first 2 packs. We got a we got the golden warrior colossal card out of our 5 golden packs. That was nice. We're gonna open a bunch of other packs after this first run.
Not on my watch.
Wow, what? So there's a mirror bug is what there is. There's the mirror bug of anything you can do, they can do better. They can do anything better than me.
Let's give him a wolf's welcome.
Fire and blood.
Foolish creature! Now you freeze!
We're gonna take the value trade. This lets us play a really big Ring of Courage if we want. We probably do want. Unfortunately, you know, it's way too big to get an honorable kill there. There's more. I watched a YouTube video of this. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen anything interesting. I was trying to think if I've seen anything interesting. Maybe not.
The battle.
Just, what is this, man? It's supposed to use the weekend already. Apparently it is. This is the card. This is the card that I said would make Paladin a powerhouse in Arena, because it's a common. It's a common, and it looks really, 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 really good. It's also the Batman, which probably easier to talk about than this. I can relate to it on a deeper level. I've seen a Batman movie. I've never gone hunting for baboons. Not a once, if you can believe it. Alright, let's just casually roll the Colossal Murloc. Casually.
Reporting for duty.
That's slightly smaller than the Colossal Murloc. Slightly. Ever so slightly. Chances actually you can relate. Baboons to the left of me, baboons to the right.
The battle.
That's better than Colossal. Yeah, I think you know, I think it was on the 12th, so I think I finally have the Spider-Man No Way Home disc being shipped to me.
The dark
So I'll finally get to see that very soon.
Reporting for duty.
Can we redeem the anime voice turn? Uh, with each passing turn, I get to roll more Murlocs. The threat of the colossal Murloc drew us ever closer, Kaiba.
Reporting for duty.
Bigger than Tiny Fin.
To battle.
Can actually play War Strand to get more attack on this, but it doesn't really help me.
Is this the fishing tournament? To battle.
Yes, my mighty bannerman is bigger than that peasant, allowing me to heal for one.
Move quickly. To battle.
It's getting rushed to HBO Max. Oh, is it? Interesting. Yeah, then I would. Yeah. The HBO and DC definitely have that big deal going on. HBO's got Doom Patrol, and they've got the Harley Quinn show and stuff. Yeah. That would make some sense, wouldn't it? Peasant Bannerman. It's gonna be so stupid. The Bannerman's nerfed, though. Bannerman's nerfed. Immortalized in stone. Now, actually, I immediately get an honorable kill on the 4-H. So I think Immortalized in Stone is a really good card, but we have a great counter to it right now. As it happens, 8 damage to their face, clear out all the statues. I drafted 3 Bannermen. All of them nerfed. But still, they still cycle, which cycling cards is almost always good. There's the peasant.
Reporting for duty.
A champion peasant.
A fine purchase.
Probably should have done that trade earlier. Probably.
The victory is yours.
Okay, well, they got a bit of a better start than us. But in the end, we win the Paladin Mirror for 2-0. Justice Alteric Valley, ouch. No, it's still in. That's why we've got the Troll Centurion in the first place, right? The honorable kill. And the Direwolf. So where have our legendaries been? No, it's only been 2 games. Yeah, Thrifty says, what the hell? You mean, what the hell, why am I here? It's the launch day of the new expansion. I always, except with one exception, I think we didn't do the Saviors of Doom launch. But I always try to get here right as a new expansion launches. If ready for Alteric to be out. Yeah, at least only Paladin, I think, is discovering dragons. Well, except with that new amalgam thing. Do I want the Crush Claw and the Sunfish, or just one? Or... I would never toss both. I thought about tossing one, but there's so few 2s in this deck that I really doubt I'm going to get much of an improvement. As long as Stream can come back on break time, we will be here almost certainly for at least 5 hours and 20 more minutes, or 5 hours and 10 more minutes. Almost certainly 6 hours minimum. I would not be at all surprised if it ends up being like a 10-hour stream, but I'm not promising anything there.
For duty.
27-hour stream, you say? I did not say, but you said. Divine Shield, Battlecry, put the Sunken Moon Catcher on the bottom of your deck. They get to ping and trade, but they can do that with this too. The Sunfish actually lines up the best stat-wise. I don't get the Divine Shield. May not really matter against Mage. The reason it's with 30-hour stream. You just put $10,000 in the PayPal, and we'll think about it. Yes, there's off to work. Good luck in the runs. Have as good a work day as possible. Didn't do we'll do more of the stream last 3 hours of jamming the song and repeat. Yeah. The only reason we didn't do it is because they released accidentally. They released the Saviors of Uldum meta early. And so for the prior week or two, I guess week. For the prior week, we'd already been playing the meta, except for the new expansion. And it kind of lowered my hype a bit.
Tracking their movements.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, there it is again. The hot fixed importer. That shows it having a debuff on the mana and the buffs on the stat line. Huh? Well, Hubie wanted me to try out the shellfish. I wasn't into it, but this opponent tried it. Here's Varian. We've got the Sunken cards.
A battle.
I almost traded there in advance, because they could kill my 3-2 in stealth with an AoE or something.
Me tusk won't stop shattering.
Oh, so they don't kill my stealth, but they did summon a 7/7. Get Sneeds, which is 2 turns away.
Reporting for duty.
Sneeds could solve all our problems, but
You can take my
they're just gonna jam face with the 7/5, and I might be dead before I can even reach turn 8. Scout Operator. This draws a Naga, but the Naga is just the 1/3. Am I gonna try? I've drawn my biggest minion, so the Jouster is less likely to work than usual. We can go Mooncatcher plus Sea Scout Operator, but they only need 4 damage from hand to kill me.
I wonder. Is this the fishing tournament? Move quickly.
Yeah, they got their own Varian. Well, we were not very likely to win that, and we sure didn't. So yeah, if they got 4 damage from hand, we're just dead before we can even play the Sneeds.
Turning tides. What's with your mind?
They just skipped lethal, right? Forgotten Torch can go face, Baba Naga can go face. They just missed lethal. All right, well, can we punish them missing lethal? Missile. I can't quite kill the cheesemonger, right?
See the land missiles incoming!
Here they come.
Well,
Spell on me.
I need 5 damage to kill me.
Your best shot.
Ah! Alright. Oh, huh. Really? Yeah. I mean, we're getting levels fast, of course, right? Yeah, we got one of those Tavern Regular achievements. Since we could be very OP in Mage. Some crazy mech plays with Mothership and Gorilla Bots. Gorilla Bots, yeah, they buffed it up. So here's the Shipwrecked Magni for Warrior. New card back. The new bartender for Battlegrounds. Some extra packs. See what I'm looking for, man? Yeah, they buffed the 3 mana. And it's still a 3/4, so now you can just draft it for its stats. And if you happen to get mech stuff, great.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
So there's Classic Magni. And now we got...
Please, just get me off this island. It's been forever.
Now we got Shipwrecked Magni. Superless particular likeness as a bartender. That's pretty good. That's really good. Here, actually, I'll equip it. I'll equip it. Just in case I play any Battlegrounds.
Gonna be a great team.
There's Hearthstone, bro. Anything else we need to do? I feel like there was one other thing I was going to do. Oh, right, I was going to look at this. In the achievement section. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did they bug out achievements? Maybe not. And I don't know if I trust the Tavern Regular achievement through this recently completed screen. I'm still gonna go to the progression screen. Alright, let's see. We can grab Stormwind Varian, 10 Storm Thrall, Nemesis Gul'dan, Netherwind Jaina. Well, if there's one thing I need, it's more Jainas. Only 3 to go. Only 3 to go. There's our 7,000th Jaina. Estimate says they've only got half of my achievement points. It's the only true progression in Hearthstone. Alright. So they're away from 20k, which is, yeah, only a little bit shy of what I got. What were we at, like 26?
Uther versus Valera.
But yeah, John was saying they were using the Dragon Sword in Dark Souls 1, which is, yeah, certainly a very popular road. I think some people use the Dragon Sword pretty much all the way to the end of the game. Why do you claim Diamond Finley, says Jade Master? Because as long as you don't claim the Diamond Finley, you can open one from a pack, and if you open one from a pack, it is a full refund. So I'm gonna claim the Diamond Finley right after we open, like, all the rest of our packs. I said, he's fed up with the new meta yet. Soon. Like, you're like 10 minutes early. It's good to see what I do, but it's good launch day. We used our Sneed last match, but we still died because our Sneed got Troll Centurioned. Just need more strength. This sword. This is the Conan sword. It's just those before long surface one. Yeah, there's a... Oh, what? Okay. Well, we talked about the fact that Okani can be kind of iffy, because if you say counter an opponent's minion, as long as the opponent can kill it, that doesn't matter. And we can kill it.
Burn away your transgression.
Does it actually tell you which one it was when you kill it? I guess not. I assume it was minion, though. I assume it was minion. Bolvar 4 Dragon. Okay. Is it something fun? But you picked anyway, didn't you? The Sneed? I don't think the Sneed was up against anything fun, but the Varian was. They freeze their chill when Yeti, but then it unfreezes because they didn't attack my face.
Taste blood.
So the Naval Mine activates the Sea Scout. think I'm just gonna drop 4 dragon immediately, though.
We must defend away your transgressions.
Can we consider this turns into a crab claw around tech? Yeah, that'll be a new bug, a bold new bug.
Thank you.
Oh, Varian did have the Akari they won't just played. Ah, you're right. Oh, you're right. Nice! After friendly moves Divine Shield. Give him in your hand +5/+5, and I just got give a friendly mean Divine Shield. Holy cow. What a good roll. I don't think I want them both to stack on the Jouster, so I'm going to play the Jouster first.
Is this the fishing tournament?
And we heal up to 30. And we get another buff. Got a big war with Stray. Yeah. Man, that was... Look at the opponent there. What a poor guy. What a poor guy. You know, it's right in their name, and they just got hyper-stomped by the random Bolvar. Oh, what a poor guy. That says, this is Paladin made manifest. Arrested for what? Buffing a minion? A succulent Tuskar Jouster? I see you know your honorable kill well. Get your hands off my Sneed.
Uther versus Mecha Jaraxxus.
You face Mecha-Jaraxxus!
Save a boy in the downtrodden.
The lights in
It's so easy. 1, 3, 4. We can probably go 1 coin, 3, 3. But then I would really like to play the 4. I don't know. I feel like we're pretty likely to get 3. That's a weak 3, though. Succulent Divine Shield combo. Yeah. Instead of buff a minion. That works too. We could go with get your hands off my RNGesus. That works pretty well. That works pretty well with the name. Well... So you can actually play the Slither Spear and coin to make sure they can't trade into it, but that's terrible.
a glorious day to you. Welcome.
Sorry, I don't have any ink.
I like Bloodbound Imp. Okay, let's get the Direwolf Commander out there. They have to double trade into it, or would rather go with the Scout first.
Give him a wolf welcome.
Won't self-harm, and they're too quick. They're too quick for me to stop them. I've not seen one of these slime scale divers yet. That's why I wasn't fed up with the meta like Lyra was asking. But now I'm fed up with the meta. The Mooncatcher works quite well against the 2/4 poison and the 2/3 bloodbound, depending on what damage they've got from hand. The only other move really is just playing the Sneaky Scout.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Well, we talked about how strong this epic probably is. Haven't seen one until now. As best part of the video, he was wrongly arrested. So he claims. I've certainly seen him claim that they got the wrong guy or something. But I don't know if I've seen any official news sources say that was true. So downside. The card has this upside. Yep, yep. We can go Chess Suspect, or we can go
Me think.
Bannerman Slither Spear.
Really? It's not too heavy.
Oh, look at that! I hadn't considered, in terms of drawing random minions, you know, happening to get your Sunken card. That's pretty good. Especially since it combos with the Operator.
My blood boils for war.
Alright. Got the Sunken right off the bottom of the deck.
Welcome.
There's the other Sunken card. They still have the minion they taught the spell it costs 3 or less to. We can go Argent Protector, Sunken. We can go Sunken Sneaky. We could just play the Sentinel, technically, but I think I want to play the Sunken. I think we'll go Sunken Sneaky. The only problem with that is if they manage to kill both Sunkens, which doesn't seem super likely, but if they did, then we couldn't combo the Sea Scout anymore.
No, I've got this.
We're just becoming like a Dr. Seuss book. You know, the Sunken with the Sea Scout and the Sneaky. Oh, but what about the Sentinel?
Tracking their movements.
With Varian G Sunken card? Yes, indeed. I was just talking about the fact I had not considered that as a possibility from random minion draws. This is gonna be the teach, and they're gonna have taught like a Hellfire.
Pick me!
It was Drain Soul. I like that though. So the I didn't. I could have probably recognized it, guessed it from the card art, but it's the Naga school teacher, and so the Nagaling's voice line is, "Oh, pick me!" That's cute. That's cute. I like that.
Ruins dead ahead.
There are the mecha fish for the first time. Get the honorable kill with this. I don't know. This is super weak to Hellfire. That says the secret tracker is not updated. Yeah, that usually takes a couple of days. Draw 3 Murlocs. 1, 2. Ain't get the third. It doesn't. I don't think it matters. Oh, okay, good. I don't think it matters to us, but that means there's no more Murlocs over here. Okay, that's the animation is so cool. Fishing these fish for spare parts of Mechagon for a while. I did do Mechagon in World of Warcraft shortly before Shadowlands came out. Okay, 4 wins, 1 loss. I think we are gonna take our first break of the day because we've been playing for over an hour. Hope you stick around for more of the launch day. Things going pretty well so far. Paladin, I suspect to be the strongest class. We'll see if it ends up being true. But yeah, Lars says they always assumed that something like Bannerman would draw the next minion in your deck rather than a random minion. But because it can draw the Sunken, you can draw from, you know, the bottom of your deck. Good point. Just a recipe script necromancer in regards to the Sea Scout, if you manage to activate it. Okay, anything else? Okay, I think we're caught up. Be back in 3 minutes. Thanks for being here. Alright, let's stick around through the break. I'd meant to ask John, without spoilers, 'cause I haven't seen it, just what you actually thought of the Batman. I'd seen a lot of people comparing it favorably to The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight's really, really, really good. So, if that's even a vague point of comparison, that's good.
Uther versus Valera.
Against Rogue.
Behold the light's inferno.
We know we have so few 2s that I think I'm still gonna keep 2 3s in our opening hand. Did in another game. Third says Grifton has new expansion. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's very early. It's very early. I'm worried that Paladin is going to be too strong, and so far Paladin's been doing very well here. I just really liked it. Think he overuses 1. Batman troop though. I have no idea where it came from. Interesting, interesting. I'm curious, but I won't ask for details. I'll see it, well, like you said, probably whenever it comes to HBO.
A glorious day to you.
Why, hello.
Well, by hero power, they're likely to just dagger. I could have sacrificed the protector to them. Could have been the superior move.
Mount up.
Right, just like trip with any specifics. Right, but then I might be looking for it, and so maybe I won't notice it. If I don't know if I don't know what annoyed you, maybe I won't notice it when I watch through. So I still won't ask for the moment. I can't do that. Jeweled Scarab into Emporium now. Ah, it wasn't previously possible because you'd be discovering 3s, and it didn't used to be 3. Ooh, the 6/6. This was holy. We could play the Sunfish first, and that'd be really nice. He says, Nubian's still pretty decent card if you draw it, huh? Yeah, seems to be. Hubie spoke in favor of it when we were doing the draft. It was up against something else that I almost took. I was kind of going back and forth between them. It's been working out. Usually, that time we played it for 2 mana, but I've played it for 3 mana on turn 3, in which case it's a turn 3, 4/4 instead of 3/4. In 2 or 3 of the other matches already. Well, what did they get that off of reconnaissance? Yeah. Imported Tarantula is still crazy, crazy strong. I could use the Piranha Swarmers to try to beat the Spiders to a degree later on.
I wonder, is this the fishing tournament?
Dang. Well, I wanted to heal for 4 anyway. But yeah, the Imported Tarantula beats the Murloc Knight too trivially, so I went for the 5/5. Was in the tracker that checks win rates and stuff?
Tracking their movements.
I mean, like during the draft?
Thank you.
Is that Arena Tracker? I don't know. I just use Hearthstone Deck Tracker. Well, Tarantula is way too strong against Immortalized in Stone. So I guess we are gonna do this. Is episode just replay? That's a site where you can check win rates and stuff. Sister Wand, the on-screen tracker. Yeah. There goes the other poison at least, but they still have a lot of power on board. Too much power for the Immortalized in Stone to be, you know, all we need to counter them. They can also get Wind Fury on that Hippogriff. Ugh. Looking bad. Looking real bad. I got 2 Paladin cards. Yeah, I was surprised to give it to Poison like that. I was too, and yet they're still in a far superior position to us.
The uncrowned.
They just got a copy of Immortalized in Stone. Now I'm extra deluxe dead. We're all kinds of dead. Well, I don't think there's much of anything I could have done here. I'm literally gonna try to roll the Colossal Murloc because, nope. I don't think I can win any other way. Well, even if they miss the lethal they've got on board, I don't think there's any way we can win. This went south very quickly. Yep, they reconnaissanced into the imported tarantula, and I just couldn't do enough against it. What's the Colossal Murloc? There's new Colossal cards and Warlock. The Warlock one happens to be a Murloc, and so even though we can't evolve or devolve into the Colossal, I think we might be able to roll a completely random one. Actually, I'm not sure if that's true. I'm trying to remember the wording. The wording on not being able to roll these things randomly. Maybe we can't get off Murloc Knight, which would be for the best, actually, in terms of the health of the game. Maybe we can't roll it. What was the wording? So we're if they were draftable. Cinnamon already drafted one. I assumed they would be draftable. It appears that's true. The Click Clocker. We do have a couple of mechs in the deck. Or at least one. So we put only so many Colossal as possible. Yeah, so they took it out of the set, but... Colossal minions cannot be randomly transformed into by Evolve, for example. That doesn't necessarily indicate that you can't roll one off like a random beast on board.
Let me think. Let's give him a wolf welcome.
Well, that's well, they have a follow-up. First Flame. Plan a second flame it next turn. If I use Argent Protector, I can maybe make them ping again.
Really? It's
Yeah, let's just take the buffs. Let's take the buffs. Oh, nice. So this is not a mech itself, but now I can use the 2/2 Divine Shield Click Clocker to summon the Mecha Fish as well. So that could be pretty good. They got a Reef Walker like us.
Ruins dead ahead.
There's a Colossal been played against you. I've not seen a Colossal yet. No, not yet. Fire Seal. I thought that might be spammy.
Not on my watch. Mount up!
Need light over here.
Need light over here. And the Mecha Fish have lights on them. Huh? Ruins Esprit may think when someone's sitting directly across from you. They're horrible. Decayed. Yeah, they had a First Flame, they got a Fire Sale, they have this Forgotten Torch. Mage might be getting offered a lot of spells, even compared to usual. Maybe.
Need light over here.
Eh, could trade the 3/1 Divine Shield, a 2/3. Almost did. Arcane Brilliance copies a Drake Fire and Flame Strike. Yeah, I mean, that looks like a Flame Strike setup. Well, but then again, they used to use Forbidden Flame and do 1 mana to the 3/1, so maybe not Flame Strike. Maybe not Flame Strike. Well, if they have Flame Strike, all I'm gonna keep is a 4/3. But they're down to 13 health, and I got 2 weapons. Pretty surprised they used that Forbidden Flame, but they are pretty desperate. So, wow, statues are elementals. Yep. Although, you don't play them directly from hand, so they wouldn't activate Ungoro-style synergy, typically, right? They Flame Strike us again. With the Grey Sage Parrot.
Reporting for duty. Burn away your transgression.
Alright, it's lethal, and I even get a celebratory Murloc Knight onto the field. Nice, it's very rude lethal with the Naval Mine. Finished that weekly quest there. Getting some levels. Getting some levels. Getting some levels. Getting some levels. So we get out of those levels real quick. I see you could summon the Murloc too. Could I have, really? Uh-oh. The game just crashed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ba-da-da. Special PayPal goal, 10 packs left. But I need to go reset the counter there.
Behold the light's inferno.
Alright, there you go. There you go. Slenderman Sir requested it. So, alright, we bought the golden bundle. And so for every $5 on the PayPal, we'll open up one of those whale golden packs. And it says, change the element to shaman enough, that only 8 of your cards rotated. There's only like 22 missing cards. And it says they can't do their Divine Shield OTK deck anymore. Well, let's just hero power, see if the 1/1 can beat the 2/1. Hubie was excited about Terminatindy earlier. There it is. Slenderman puts $10 in the PayPal, says 2 packs for me, or on me, either way. I appreciate it. We'll do that right after this match. Although, hopefully it won't be right before the next draft. Then we get to use those new commons and such. Maybe we'll get lucky too. We already opened 1 golden legendary through golden pack. Maybe we'll get another. Maybe. We have 4 golden legendaries from the expansion so far. We just got the Shaman Colossal. We opened up the Mage Colossal, or not the Mage Colossal, the Warrior Colossal. So we've got that Rush Poison. But, you know, I mean, if they use the 2/4 against the 4/4, that's not the end of the world. The Suspect, though, they can bump and keep a 2/1 poison. So I think we go Nerubian Prophet plus Sneaky Scout. See how this works out. But yeah, if there's anything that's gonna get old fast in this meta, it probably is these Dormant Rush cards. So what's Colossal up to date? So the idea is that they summon these like extra minions, these extra appendages and such. And the idea beyond that is that if you somehow summon them directly to board, right? If you use, like, we've got the Cavalry Horn on our deck, summon your smallest minion. If you summon them onto... Oh, there's the other one. That's the first one I've seen, actually. This is the most dangerous one, I think. Immune while attacking. I think this is... I hope they... This card in particular, more so in the poison, I think. This one I sure hope they ban, because it's absolutely insane. Busted. I've got the 2 mana to spare, so let's hero power first. And then I'll trade here, which gets us another hero power. Now we're just gonna throw the 6/4 into the 5/4 while being immune. I always get free to trade your taunt, right? So I get to, take damage on my taunt and not care about it. So I'm forced to look at a lot about the golden artwork, so we get some really sweet ones. I think it's just always nice for us to collect all the commons, because that makes the majority of our decks golden.
It's not too heavy.
Yeah, we got the... We don't have the Sentinel in gold yet, but maybe we'll get these packs. We got the Sea Scout Operator in gold. Alright, what are we doing? One thing we can do is use the True Silver against that immune attacker. Oh, sorry, but yeah, Storm, yeah, they summon all the extra pieces always. So if you got a Colossal onto your field, with, like, the Cavalry Horn, a Battle Cry would not trigger, right? The Colossal still does trigger. Same with, like, if you use a Dirty Rat to pull a card out of your opponent's hand. If you pull a Colossal, it summons all the appendages anyway. Unlike Battle Cry. Unlike Battle Cry.
Really, it's not too heavy.
Here's Varian.
Burn away your transgressions.
I ain't no snitch.
Reporting for duty.
And says the different plans snag at least one of the golden bundles this time around. Yeah, John's on the cosmetic train like me. John buys quite a number of the heroes and stuff. I know John bought all the mecha heroes, which I still find super sweet. They're, I try to mix things up. Right now we're using the Righteous Inferno Uther, but we were just using the Mecha Uther for like the last week and a half or something. It's kind of the ones I default back to whenever I'm not trying to mix it up. Alright, so we're pretty much definitely gonna go here and here. Although we have to think about Ring of Courage a little bit. I might want to make the Psychotron into a super giant taunt. I can play Psychotron with Sea Scout Operator. That means I don't have enough mana for the Ring of Courage. Varian. Oh, we got the Sunken Sentinel. Do I still have a Rush? I got the Troll Centurion. So actually, yeah, Varian, I do get the Taunt and the Divine Shield and the Rush. So Varian into the Pilot Teacher is pretty darn good, too. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah.
Woe betide those who set themselves.
Woe betide those who set themselves against me. There is the Sunken Sentinel. Oh, and actually we got both Sunken cards. This one counted as like the Divine Shield, or the Taunt, and this one counted as the Divine Shield. So we got both of them. That is some sunken power. This is why we took Varian, was because we already had this Sunken card, and then we got this one later.
Let's see, what do I take?
They dredge up with the Trawler. There's the 5-mana one, is super good. Yeah, I'm at 15 health, so the lifesteal was quite valuable. They'd have a Wobbling Runt, more rarely seen card. The Consecration beats the Wobbling Runts very handily. Yeah, we can clear everything except for a 3/2. Plus, we can get that lifesteal down. I like it. I like it a lot.
For the Alliance!
This is whoa, betide those.
The victory is yours.
Now, I guess I don't get that lifesteal. I guess I don't get that lifesteal. Alright, well, we got 6 wins, we got 2 losses. The edge of possibly having our first infinite run. Thank you very much. What's the dredge effect? It looks at the bottom 3 cards of your deck, and then you essentially discover from the bottom 3 cards in your deck, and you put one on top. And so it just in general, for Arena's sake, it can help you improve your RNG, right? Instead of top decking your next card, you get to choose from 3. So that improves your RNG on your draws. And then if you've got one of these sunken cards, like the Ajaran Sentinel in our deck, or the what's the other one? The Ajaran Mooncatcher, then we can... Do I want to trade this Ring of Courage? Probably. Ugh, not what I wanted to draw. Then you once you sink those to the bottom of your deck, you can dredge them up, and then you can draw a really, really strong card. But even by default, dredge is good in Arena. Like the Glimmerroot 3-drop with your deck. Well, the Glimmerroot you can guess wrong, right? The Glimmerroot you can guess wrong. This time you're always gonna know what's in your deck and what you're dredging up. You explain the warrior up against 3 enemies? Yeah, so it can go face, which is probably a good thing usually, because it's big face damage, but if you do need to kill 3 enemy minions, you might miss one of the minions at face, only kill 2 minions. Alright, I think we're just gonna hero power. I could tempo the 3-2.
Tracking their movements.
And play the 3-5. Change the Apex left. Oh yeah, you're right, sorry. Yeah, the resetting the goal was just a button, but the PAX thing is manual. There we go. Thanks for pointing out. Just go ahead and take the Reef Walker. We're not playing a spell anytime soon for the Crush Claw. Try to draw the Vicious, but... Makes more if your opponent has 3 faces. Oh, man. They could do that, right? They could make a hero card that turns your hero into a Hydra. And, you know, it's like remove your hero power, replace with an extra face. You can't equip a weapon, replace with another face. They could do it. They could make a super weird card that does that.
Observe, analyze, engage.
As I should, the Epic Bug is fixed. Opponent played 2 drafted mass polymorphs. So I mean, I'm definitely not sure. I'm definitely not sure. However, it is worth noting that in the past, they had fixed the Epic Bug in general. No, sorry. The Epic Bug was gone in general, and then it got brought back, but only for Warrior, I believe, right? And yeah, it was like classes that were getting micro-adjusted got the Epic Bug brought back. So it could be still existing for certain classes, but not all classes. So yeah, we're just gonna need to experiment more and learn more about exactly how things look. Psychotron is fantastic against the Gangster, because the Gangster just kills itself on the Divine Shield. Gank.
The battle! The battle! This is my responsibility.
This is the Annoyed, the Mespamos. The Eagle says Nazoth doesn't have a face. What do you mean? He's like all face. He's face and legs.
Turning tides, work with your mind.
Yeah, they did the 3 damage there, but it wasn't even enough to kill that. So now we can play the 5-5, or we could use the Ring of Courage just to make this draw the 1-cost Naga, which could actually be really good going into Stormwind Champion. I don't know, maybe I'll do it. This draws the Slither Spear, which means we won't top deck it later. Plus, it's a good one to bop with the champ. Does Red shuffle the deck? I believe people told me it does not shuffle the deck. And also, when you put things on the bottom of your deck with the other thing. The other thing. When you put things on the bottom of your deck with the sunken cards, that also does not shuffle your deck, apparently.
This is my responsibility.
Unlike traditional Hearthstone shuffle effects. Just it's way too much coding and turn the points your power and weapon into an interactive thing. Maybe. So there's the first Colossal I've seen. There's the first Colossal I've seen. They dredge from the bottom of their deck, and then they draw the card they dredge. Fortunately, we're going to be able to shoot the Colossal with Sneed. That's going to be gone after that. Guess it's drafted. Yep. One of the best ones, too. I would agree. Alright, I don't know what they dredged up, but at least Sneed beat the Colossal.
Give me your best shot.
Hey, and the taunts are blocking the honorable kill on the Sneed. Alright, that's good too.
Behold the might of Stormwind! Reporting for duty.
So there's the bold play and there's the safe play, and you know I like to make safe plays. So yeah, I could put them to 9, and that could make it really easy to kill them next turn. But, you know I want to do this, because it's who I am in life. But yeah, JT, you said it's way too much coding to turn the opponent's hero power and weapon into an active thing. And that might be true, but at the same time, you know, there's cards. There's cards like, you know, Zephyrus. Or Zephyr. Anyway, the wish for the perfect card thing that would also be probably defined as too much coding. But they did anyway. Alright, I'm only 2 damage off lethal.
Is this the fishing tournament?
Hey, and I drew my Varian. Oh no, I didn't draw my Varian. I revealed my Varian. So there's a bug to sale when it was released, wasn't it? Yeah, and then they fixed it, and then it was bugged again when they did the core set, and they fixed it, and then it was bugged. Just like the epic bug. But all I mean is, oh yeah, I think it was Dark Paladin was asking about my favorite cards flavor-wise the other day, and so Argent Horse Rider's back. I like it because it says the line. It says the line from Overwatch. Cheers, love, the cavalry's here. It's Tracer's line. Alright, 7 wins, 2 losses. It looks awesome. Yeah, except it is the legacy Deathwing artwork, right? It's not the core Deathwing artwork.
You will give me strength.
Behold the light's inferno!
Okay, well, I actually have the Naval Mine Sea Scout, so for the first time, I'm gonna keep the Naval Mine in my opening hand. So they diamond card for $25 in the shop, kind of expensive for 1 card. I super agree. We were talking, you know, I think I still have the image saved, so I'll bring it up again. We were talking about, you know, different pricing for microtransactions in games. I was mentioning that I had logged on to Star Trek Online, and I was really shocked that this jacket, you could get this jacket digitally for your in-game character, which you only see for like 1/3 of the time in Star Trek Online, because most of Star Trek Online, you're flying the ships around. But you can get this jacket for your Star Trek Online character. $80! $80! They're only charging like $30 for ships, but they're charging $80 for that, that jacket.
Tracking thy movements.
Which is new goods hype. Yeah, we got this Naval Mine. We got this Sea Scout Operator. We got new cards. Hope you're doing well, J-Bud. But yeah, I did buy that diamond card. I did buy the Drekfar for 3,000 gold. I didn't put the $25 in for that, but we did also just put $40 on golden packs. So hey, it's not like we're funneling. It's not like we're not funneling money into Hearthstone. We sure are. All right, well I gotta put down the Naval Mine if I want to try to activate the Sea Scout next turn.
Here they come.
I wonder if there's any chance they'll kill the Naval Mine from hand. They might. They might have a small rush card, like a Sky Talon. Because I thought money would be meaningless in the future. By the 24th century it is. Actually, and also by the 23rd century. But it's still quite a while. It's still quite a while until the 23rd century. I don't remember if they're still using money in the 22nd century in Star Trek. They might be. Did Archer use any money? I don't know. Silence a minion, summon a copy of it, and put the Sunken Ritual in your deck. Well, it's not a very impressive summon a copy, is it? But they do get the Sunken Ritual, which summons 2 copies at the bottom of their deck. Maybe they're ready to dredge up already. Do we just want to True Silver this and go face for 7, and then maybe they AoE us? Or do I want to trade off the 2 wands and play the Sunfish? I'm worried they've got some type of AoE. Archie's money all the time. So one of the main things you can play about through seasons 1 through 4. It took me a half a second to process. Guess what we call it? Stir Friday? Oh. That's actually much better.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Spawn of Shadows is back. Not the most significant card. Not the most significant card, but there it is.
Your transgression.
Yeah, I am years behind on Archer, but I did see, because I was curious what they were gonna do about it. I did see the scene where they saluted and said farewell to Maori Archer, since unfortunately the actress passed away. Excavate Evil. Well, that is an AoE, but we're still on board. Well, barely now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jaybird says, draft a rogue with press tour. Forgot about the Jason Winfrey minion. Yeah. I don't know if you saw me, Jaybird, but yeah. You said you got Glenya Party last night. Yeah, I saw you were streaming, and I popped in. But it was right as you went offline. So yeah, I said in chat, I can't believe Surge is still in the core set. But you were... Like, as I put it in, you went offline, so... I just barely didn't catch you. This is just the tip. Womp womp. You didn't see me, yeah. It was right as you went offline. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Sneeds is still a super fair card. Sneeds is still a super fair card. I may have had Lethal there. I don't really care. I wanted to play Sneeds. I used to say Architect's not a great card, but looked great visually when played. I would agree with you that it's not a great card, but it's also a better card than I thought it would be. I thought City Architect was going to be quite bad. Can't Sneed hit face. It cannot. It cannot. As strong as Sneed is, it is 5 rockets at enemy minions. So they could make Sneeds even better by letting it go face. Fortunately, they didn't. Alright. 8 wins, 2 losses. If we win this next game, we'll probably take our second break. But yeah, we do get to start. We do get to start the meta with an infinite run, which is nice. We were down at 4-2, so I was worried this deck would fall short of my expectation. He is another Paladin.
Behold the light's inferno.
Strong as Sneed is, I don't think I'm going to keep it in my opening hand, but I might keep True Silver. We know our deck doesn't hit 2s, and it almost always hits 3s, so I think keeping the 4 is fine. Name says, going like I was just saying. You may have caught me saying it, maybe not, but you know, we're starting here with an infinite run. We were at 4-2, but we've managed to win another 4. So it's been good so far. It's been good so far. We've been seeing some of those new strong dormant cards, the poison one and the immune wall attacking one. I don't have them, but we've seen opponents play them. I got killed by a troll centurion once when I tried to play Immortalized in Stone, or maybe it was when I played Sneeds. Yeah, hope you're doing well today on the launch day. Yeah. The courage of man. Really good answer there, unfortunately. Also, we are getting some very unfortunate draws, aren't we? I tossed Sneed from opening hand. We've redrawn it. We also drew the Varian. So we're on turn 5, and we're holding 7, 8, 8. And then 2 kind of responsive things. So yeah, unfortunate hand right now.
With every strike, we will strike back harder.
Spammy. Spammy might end up being really good. Well, if they have weapon destruction, I should swing into the Bloodguard, probably. Sorry, if they have weapon destruction. Or if they have certain taunts, but I think we're not gonna swing. Nice draws, yeah.
Not too heavy.
So the Bannerman is another way to have 1 health for the Spammy, but bridging all the way up to the Bloodguard might be tough. Let's see, so they've got... Now we can do it. Now we can do it. We gotta take the 6 damage, but it's super worth it. 1 health, that'll be 2 health, that's 3 health. Perfect Spammy. Alright, good news. Good news, everyone. I can clear the board. Surge is the equivalent of Ysera. He's strong, which is weird since he's the main character. That's weird? Do you think he's strong because he's the main character? Why is that weird? Wasn't Chrono strong? I think usually the main character of RPGs are strong, yeah? Am I crazy about that? Am I mad? We can just put the Stormwind champion down. If I play the Psychotron, they'll trade and swing. Now they can just swing into the 4/4, but I think I like this better. Fun to see a dog. The main character is just super weak. See a dog. Wait, what?
Nothing scares me. Except mice.
An RPG. You can understand my confusion. It would be fun to see a dog. So let's see. If we go with Sneed, we can go 1/2 missiles, 1/2 missiles, missile here. And they'll get a Divine Shielded 1/1. But that's totally cool, right? Plus I can even bump it, so all they'll have left is a dude. That seems fair. I mean, it doesn't seem fair, it seems broken, but... Oh wait, sorry, no, I won't be able to hit there. I'm using this to... get rid of part of that. So they will get Divine Shield 1/1. I have to trade first. I have to trade first so that I can shoot that at the end of the chain. Alright, we get Divine Shield 1/1, we get the 8/8 on board, hoping they don't have a Troll Centurion.
True strength comes from
Vindicator, they could get an equality here. Seal of Champions.
Initializing descent.
And the Savior. So if we use Consecration here, they'll have a 1/1 against the 8/1 that I can put a taunt in front of. Is there something else we'd rather do? I mean, I could ignore the 7/2 potentially.
Let me think.
And play the Psychotron with the Sea Scout, but I think I'd rather consecrate. And we could also play Hero Power Sea Scout and let them kill the 8/1, assuming they'll be able to do it anyway, even if I put this taunt down. I'm not going to go with that either.
The courage of man shall not fail.
Yeah, they did manage to kill the 8/1 anyway. Oh, well.
It's time for a lot of blood.
Haven't seen the Aberrant Berserker played until just now.
Ruins dead ahead.
Fill the full board and try to follow up next turn with a super strong Stormwind. There's a managed to go 2 twice, so you can go in for it. And you got that Colossal in the first deck, so that's a shame. But maybe the rest of the deck sucked. I did see, you know, we didn't go over the whole rotation. We went over the expansion and core. But yeah, I had seen Kolst going over the whole rotation. And I think he was rating Priest as the worst class based on how weak their cards from the older expansions were. So that might be something to think about.
Really, it's not too heavy.
But you know, sometimes draft rates,
The might of Stormwind.
offer rates of certain cards mess with things like that.
Victory is yours.
Alright. I said we'd take our second break if we won that game, so let's indeed do so as we hit 9 wins on our first run of the new expansion. Thanks again to Mikazan Jensen and Slenderman with the support today. Thanks for being here today. We'll be back in just 3 minutes. I think Squall is probably the worst Final Fantasy main character. In terms of in-game strength, or you just don't like him? I guess I can't say I was the biggest Squall fan either. You know, he was just like Cloud. He was a very, very, you know, flat, non-reactive main character. But I liked how Cloud looked better than Squall. But the Gunblade was pretty cool. But the trouble was, the Buster Sword was also really cool. So, going right from Cloud to Squall, kind of offered a comparison that was not necessarily favorable. But then they did Tidus. Oh no, I'm skipping 9, aren't I? Zidane also, you know, was much more of a, you know, happy character than Cloud or Squall. I was just thinking about Tidus as being a very, very active character, talking a lot compared to Cloud or Squall. And for Final Fantasy 13, at least, I don't know about 12, because I haven't really played 12, but 13, they went back to Lightning being just literally a female version of Cloud. That was the whole point. First ever Sunken City Infinite, going strong towards 12. That'd be nice. I mean, 9's nice, but 10, 11, 12, those all be nicer. We'll see. We're back in 3 minutes. Actually, Squall says more in Cloud, doesn't he? I was going to say it wouldn't surprise me. John, yeah, so the last Squall's lines are just ellipses. Yeah, but well, they're both still, you know, both of them are still
Versus
close-ish to silent protagonists.
Behold the light's inferno.
So we do have Crush Claw Enforcer, which will draw the Naga as long as we don't draw it naturally. If we coin it out, then we can follow up with Reeve. Ferg is a big supporter of the stream, but I still want to win.
A glorious day.
A glorious day to do. We're gonna have a lot of options going into 3. A lot of them. I don't think I'll be playing the Bannerman. I don't think so. Here's why you said Lightning was based on Squall specifically. No, sorry. Lightning is based on Cloud. If I said Squall, I meant Cloud. I thought I said Cloud. But maybe I said the other one accidentally.
Let's give them a wolf's welcome.
Lightning was very, I'm 99% sure, was very literally conceived of as, oh, let's make a female Cloud. Jimmy, you said Cloud. Okay, Larry said Mr. Wizard. Okay, I thought I said Cloud. Well, there goes that. That's okay. The weapon still doesn't quite kill the Crush Claw. So I think we'll play the Crush Claw, which gets an extra minion in hand for the Bannerman anyway. We can go Bannerman and Slither Spear together, so that works out pretty well. I get a loft with the follow. I appreciate that.
Let's give him a wolf's welcome.
We are not holding a holy spell. On board, they can't pull off the honorable kill anywhere. If they can do some damage from hand, then maybe they can, but on board they can't pull off the honorable kill.
It's not too heavy.
My blood boils for war.
Do I want to bump here? Lars says, Titus, thank you, dude, with the 12 months of sub.
Excellent decision.
The Golden Tud. Thank you for the full year of support. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you continue to enjoy in the future. Uh-oh, consecration. That enables the honorable kill. But yes, thank you very much for the ongoing support. It is safer with support. Got this 9-win run. Not sure if we can make it a 10-win run, but we got Sneed in our current hand. That's nice. 2-3 with honorable kill. 2-2. I don't have anything to play with our 3s. So, we want to go with the 5-6 or the 4-5 Divine Shield.
Let me.
They're fairly similar. You know, this they bump in the 2-2, and we've got a 4-5. This they bump in the 2-2, and we have a 5-4. Actually, it's all Paladins up here already. Maybe. Maybe. Was our last opponent also a Paladin? What was our last opponent?
Let me think.
Yeah, we played Paladin, Paladin, Priest, Paladin, Paladin. So, yep. 4 out of the last 5 matches have been Paladin. It was certainly my prediction for strongest class. Duelmac, great to see you. Hope you're doing well on this launch day. Mr. Brit says, you really play 12 one day. Oh, Final Fantasy 12. We're talking about... Todd has a 12-month sub. We're talking about 12-win runs. You're talking about Final Fantasy 12. There's a lot of different 12s here. You should play 12 one day. The Gambit grind is fantastic. Grind and fantastic usually do not go hand in hand for me, but there have been a few grinds I've enjoyed. A lot of Super Boss hunted are awesome. There are games that I like Super Bosses, certainly. The only game... the only game that I might really complain about Super Boss immediately is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, just because we did on stream and it busted my thumb. I might have literally done permanent damage to my thumb trying to beat that Super Boss, which I did succeed, but repetitive stress. Alright, we almost always want to trade into the Dire Wolf Commander. I can use... Actually, we might want to use Reef Walker to take out the Divine Shield, and then Ring of Courage this. That might be the best thing to do. I've set him up for one more honorable kill. I could have killed the 2-3 over the 4-5, technically.
I hope this fits on the ship.
I thought this was going to be one of the strongest cards in the meta, but it's actually the first one we've seen across, like, 13, 14 games or whatever. Yeah, Lars 12 is the only Final Fantasy game they truly 100%. Technically, I guess 13 is the only one I 100%ed. Despite 13 not being the most well-received one, it's still true.
You got the wrong guy, pal.
It's always pretty awesome, just for style game, and yeah, Johnson, the thing I like most about Squall is pretty believable and relatable. He's your goddess in my dystopian world. That was basically just Captain America if he was a sword wielder. There was no personality level both. See, I relate more to the second one, the first one.
Can't go round, don't go through.
No, the most relatable character was Waka. Just wanted to play Blitzball. Blitzball. Alright, how much work does Sneed do? It's gotta be enough, right? Go. We shoot this 3 times down to 3 health. Shoot there, we shoot there. We even get to keep the piranha on board, don't we?
See the land missiles incoming!
It's like the obvious place to go. I've seen thousands of Waka memes about that. Yes, all of which I can't repeat. And they've got the Rams. That's kind of unfortunate. That's kind of unfortunate. Hold the bridge.
Reporting for duty.
They still have one more ram. Yeah, I mean, if I use Cavalry Horn, then you get to use the 3/3 ram. But if I use the Sentinel, I can't equip the weapon. I guess we'll just take the trade. Let's see what we get.
Gotta get through
I don't really need that 3 armor, but okay. Could get a worse 3 for sure. They got a ram and 2 other cards with a bridge up. We've got 3/6, 5/6, 2/4, 1/1. Our hand is pretty bad, though. We still have Varian we can draw. We still have the Sunken Mooncatcher we can draw. We got the Murloc Knight, maybe. Ooh, North Sea Kraken. Somebody mentioned North Sea Kraken being in. I had not seen one myself till now. I have certainly mentioned it in the past, but yeah, one of my favorite arena clips ever. Oh, this is gonna be so sweet.
Woe betide those who set themselves against me.
Here comes the Sunken, I think. Actually, yeah, both Sunkens. Both Sunkens.
The Alliance.
Good luck, buddy.
Good luck, buddy. Oh, man. Man, I want to win, but I feel bad for Ferg. Ferg's a big sport of the stream, like I said. Oh, but yeah, one of my favorite arena clips ever was, where's the North Sea Kraken? North Sea Kraken, Battlecry, deal 4 damage. Back during the Grand Tournament era, I think. Years and years ago. No, it was after the Grand Tournament era, but Grand Tournament was in the meta. And North Sea Kraken was a popular card. Yeah, just, the player, Dima, who, no longer plays, or at least no longer streams,
Reporting for duty.
he was, the opponent, he was at like 4 health or something, or 3 health, and the opponent was hovering an arrow over his face, and he assumed it was BM with North Sea Kraken. He assumed it was BM, and was like, there's just so much BM on this server, because I think he was playing on Asia, and he thought there was a lot of BM on Asia compared to the other 2 servers. It's like, it's just this server, it's just this server. And he's waiting, and just before the rope goes off, boom, the North Sea Kraken is played, and he's hovering over the concede button, and he concedes. And then the North Sea Kraken does not hit his face, it hits a minion, because he had a Mage Secret up, and at the time Ice Block was playable. And so, the opponent redirected from his face to a minion, and then he conceded. And he could have won the game. Nobility burns within you, Ferg. Alright, the That probably is one of those matches where if I was Ferg, I'd be talking about, man, my deck is so strong. I had the bridge, I got to do this and this and that and the other thing. But I still got crushed. I got crushed because Sneed's is just broken, and that was a fully activated Varian. It wasn't even close, despite the strength of my deck. I'd be whining. I'd be complaining. Now we get some levels in the Battle Pass. We got another card back, the Submarine card back, which I like the little porthole. I like the little porthole. This is a good-looking card back. And it's got a pretty unique color scheme compared to most card backs. We got the new Sea Dryad Lunara for Druid, which, like I said, you know, especially with you know some of the what's the word I want to use here? I don't know, the extreme sexualization of particularly the lower half of this character. I was surprised to see this portrait after they'd toned down some things like Jaina and some things like Secret Keeper. I was surprised to see them go this sexualized. I was just so early today. It's the new expansion launch day. It's the new expansion launch day, so we're here performing for you. And yes, dedicate that win to Tud with the full year sub. Dedicate that win to you. Super appreciated. Apologies to Ferg. The 433 is back. Wonder if it's still good this meta. Wait, sorry, which card are you talking about? And guess the Philippus back. We will after the end of this run, but this run is not dead yet. We're gonna open a lot of packs after this run ends. A heck of a lot of packs, like 100 packs. Which was it? Druid.
We are nothing without the water that gives us life.
We're nothing without the water that gives us life. Oh, yeah. The suspect, yes, indeed. Yeah. I ain't no snitch, right? It's been pretty good to me so far. And yes, thank you to Turbo with the 10-bit support. Very good to see you today. Hope you've been doing great. Been a little bit since we've seen Turbo for sure. At least in chat. How long? 12 years! Holy cow! No, it's been like 6 months. It's been like 6 months. Hope you're doing great. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I don't think I'm gonna keep Rinkage. And here's how integrated some things into my mind are, Ivy. You know I said I'm here performing for you, and I did it with the Donkey Kong rap intonation. But when you said DK rap, I'm like, Death Knight rap? What the hell are you talking about? There's no Death Knights in this meta. We can redeem a Star Wars story here. I guess you can redeem a 2-second Star Wars complaint. Just the fact that Obi-Wan show... That Obi-Wan show is coming out now on May 27th. Previously, it was going to come out on May 25th. And you might say, well, what's the big deal? May 25th versus May 27th. Well, it's because May 25th was the 45th anniversary of Star Wars. They were going to put out this Kenobi show on the 45th anniversary, and now it's 2 days late. I don't really care that much, but I care a little. I thought it was cool that it was coming out on the 45th anniversary. And now it's not. Oh, well. Oh, well. I was unacceptable. And they put out a video on YouTube, and probably Twitter and stuff too, with Ian McGregor apologizing for it. She said, why not May the 4th? Well, I mean, May the 4th is the main one, but it's not the actual Star Wars anniversary. That's the 25th. Star Wars came out on May 25th, 1977.
My shield for Argus.
Oh my goodness. I got the spammy, though. I got the spammy, so we might be okay. We might end up okay here. I held back the Blessed Good, specifically trying to find this sunfish, and we did. That's nice. Incidentally, you know what is coming out almost on May the 4th? Do I have it still, or have I... Yeah, let's finish the turn. Oh, wow! It's a divine shield minion, so you can find Leviathan off blessed goods. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Interesting. Well, here's Colossal. Here's Colossal. Let's see. Do I still have this just like sitting on my desktop, or did I shove it somewhere else?
Pay attention, class.
Yeah, so even though nothing Star Wars is really coming out on May 4th, as far as I know, the Star Trek Strange New Worlds actually starts on May 5th. The Revenge of the 5th, some people like to say, continue the Star Wars meme. But yeah, so Kenobi comes out on the 27th, but it's actually Star Trek that comes out close to May 4th. So the spammy doesn't work out so well here. I guess we're just playing the Sentinel. Yeah, may the 5th be with you. It's Cinco de Cuatro. Bro says, what does Colossal do? It summons an extra piece, which I think we can see here if we hover. Yeah, so it summons this Leviathan's Claw. That's the +1. Some Leviathans have like +4, and they summon 4 extra minions. But, and yeah, the art continues, right? So the Leviathan's Claw is the back of the submarine. So that's the gimmick. The art continues. The art continues. And yeah, it's when summon spawns X additional appendages. So if you somehow pull it out of your hand without actually playing it, it still plays the appendage. Because wouldn't it actually not be more prudent to dredge after draw? Yes and, well, yeah, sometimes. It depends. If you're playing this on turn 10 plus, and you want to play like a Ring of Courage with it, play like a Ring of Courage with the Rush, then dredging right away, could be good, right? Well, no, not actually. You're right, because you would be hitting and then hitting the draw. You wouldn't actually get to play it before you attack. So, yeah, you might be right. One thing I do know, we're in a lot of trouble now. I've got a very, very strong card available. I'm gonna dredge first. Oh, yeah, I guess you actually, yeah, you do get to control it. You do get to control it, so... Yeah, you can go either way, can't you? Thank you, Lightning!
Excellent decision.
Gifting the sub out the turbo! 127, which is a significant number in some way, isn't it? It sounds significant. Yes, thank you very, very much. They're gonna get to keep their poisonous dormant, but we get to kill everything else with hero power spammy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank goodness, we were in trouble. Now we're hopefully pretty much out of trouble, I hope.
Reporting for duty.
Why would you never... Why wouldn't you not... Yeah, Lyra says there's too many double negatives. Tuomac goes full double negative, triple negative, quadruple negative, quintuple negative. This is the prime number, at least, the 127. Lang says, I love you, I love save, which has a huge cap on it, as Lightning says, save bad, save bad, save bad, lol. But, you know, I still appreciate the gifted sub. And if we were to play Immortalized in Stone, they just get to poison the biggest one, so we're going Leviathan! Well, hold on, do we think about this at all? If I play Varian, we do get Rush, Divine Shield, and Taunt all together. Yeah, I guess we're actually playing Varian.
Woe betide those who set themselves against me.
Give me the Sunken Sentinel. Give me the Sunken Sentinel. There it is. Forgot to save bad, yeah. I can do one for all 127 gifted subs. But yeah, good to see Rake. Thank you again, Lightning. Dedicate the last one to Todd. Hopefully we can dedicate a win here to Lightning. Hopefully. Alright, what do we got? We got a lot of options. We got a lot of cards. Leviathan. 4 attack rush. Which is just enough here. Wish I could play the Bannerman with it. Do I ever... I think we just play... yeah, I think we just play Leviathan. The back half of this doesn't get buffed by the Bannerman anyway. I like that the whole board turns blue for the animation. So yeah, would we ever want to dredge first? It would let me put Ring of Courage on, like, the Varian. Possibly.
I must move quickly.
For the Alliance!
But I decided I wanted it on the Leviathan itself anyway. Yeah, I could put it on the tail to draw more cards, but I got plenty of cards. I just want to control my next draws. This is a Moonkin thing? A Boomkin?
We agree to compromise.
Very helps Bannerman as well. Yeah, just filling up the hand. Yeah.
Man shall
The courage of man. We got this lifesteal shielded taunt. We've got this taunt. We've got these taunts. I got taunts for years, decades. Clutch Crawl Enforcer would draw the Slither Spear, which improves our future draws.
Let me think.
I could go face here, maybe. I still have quite a few big cards in the deck, actually, so I might want Jouster. Let's still go True Silver, but definitely a bit debatable. Alright, I put the 3 taunts up. I do want the lifesteal taunt, too, though. They have a choose 1 card with both effects. It could be Cenarius. I play a big Kraken. The big Kraken is very vulnerable to the Troll Centurion, as long as we didn't buff it with the Bannerman, which we did not. Alright, if we do play Troll Centurion, what else are we playing? We are playing probably just the Vicious Slither Spear. And then we're gonna go... what? Trade. No, maybe I'll trade here just so this can't be Troll Centurion.
I wonder.
Give me your best shot.
They still have the choose 1 card with both effects. He's back, but Deep Run is still banned, right? I've not seen a Deep Run at all across 13 matches. So I'm assuming that Deep Run is still banned. I would imagine I would have seen that common by now. Yeah, we'd like some reasons. Makes they destroyed the movable object. Your life's not complete. Removable object. Maybe you can be the unstoppable force.
What the plague?
He's Galactic Glutton's back. Yep. I haven't seen that either, but it should be back. I don't believe we can kill him here. But we can sure drop a lot of power.
Really? It's not too heavy.
Alright, so they got this immune while attacking, which might do okay against our lifesteal. I don't know. Still looks impossible for them. Semi-impossible? There's what's Deep Run. Deep Run was a card that could discover a mech. And because Sneed over here is crazy strong, and it's a mech, it was really terrible that you could draft 1 billion Deep Runs and discover 1 billion Sneeds. But they banned the Deep Run from drafting, fortunately. Because it was such a huge problem. Ah, yeah. Ancient of Lore's in the new core set. And so, yeah, they drew 2 cards, they restored 5 health, but still too slow. Alright, we gotta say 2 things here. The first thing we gotta say is dedicate that win to Lightning and Turbo. Thank you, Lightning, gifting that sub to Turbo, and Turbo with the 10 bits. And the second thing we gotta say, as we're required to do at 11-2, is... will this deck, this first of probably many Paladin champions of a deck in this new meta, go 12 wins? Or will it be shout on the rocks of, I don't know, an even stronger Paladin? Find out next time on Save File 17. Bow, bow, bow. Sometimes we take a little break, sometimes we don't. This time, yeah, let's take a little break. We'll take a 90-second break. Alright. Happy Safe Start Early makes people watch live for a change. And yes, last said to take a nap. No naps on release day. Just I was lied to. It was a 110-second break. 110? I'd believe 100. 110, though? That's just the queue going now. A lot of times I'd like to queue in at the start of the break, but every time I do that, the queue is 2 seconds. Every time I do that, the queue is instant, and then, like, shoot. 9. I still think it was closer to 100. I don't know. Man, I got a timer here. As soon as the timer hit 0, I queued in. Did you get a new gamer? 100 seconds. A bit more for the image to return.
Uther, Malfurion. I must protect the wild.
Behold!
The Poison Murloc's good. Yeah, it, fortunately, I've been able to answer it with this deck, with, like, True Silver. But, yeah, I'm sure a lot of decks will not be able to answer it. Alright, I think we toss everything here. We've been holding back the Arch Protectors on turn 2. Am I gonna do it again? We've got 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'm gonna tempo it this time.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, I went for the hero power. Maybe I should have tempoed the Protector.
Can't go round, gotta go through.
Let's give them a wolf welcome.
So was able to revolve day around card release, unfortunately. Ah, they get to draw a beast. Or sorry, they get to draw because it's a beast. Maybe is a better way to put it. So we can hero power and put Divine Shield on the 1/1. They'll trade the 3/1 into the 3/2. Or we can just get the True Silver rolling.
Let me think.
It's not the best kill for it.
Reporting for duty.
On my watch.
Yes, he says new meta, 11 wins, cool. Yep. Yeah, Rakes was surprised to see Druid at 12 wins. Yeah, we've been seeing mostly Paladins.
Take a walk in the wild.
Mostly Paladins, but wasn't the last opponent also a Druid? Alright, well this is a good True Silver. Plus, I get to play the Blessed Goods, which activates the Crush Claw. Would we ever play Ring of Courage?
I wonder.
No. Wait, yeah. So this is +3/+3. And that gives a good trade into the Wild Walker, and then we can drop the Crush Claw. They'll still keep the 3/1. But it's still pretty good.
I wonder.
I like getting the Divine Shield value.
To battle.
Move quickly.
Both plays are good. Both plays are good. I tried to get immediate value off the Divine Shield. Gangster. So yeah. Vicious Slither says after you cast a spell, gain +1 attack to your next turn, but if I put it down, it'll die to the gangster before it has a chance to do that.
Burn away your transgressions.
I guess I'll just let the sneaky get ganked. What kind of AP me can do it? Right, I need to play the spell while the gangster is coming into attack. It's true. Daimo knows the ways. The deep, dark, secret ways. Ways the Jedi won't tell you. Yeah, I'm glad I got rid of that Reef Walker immediately. Otherwise, they would have pulled off this Swarmer synergy. Okay. We're leaning towards just playing Immortalized in Stone, but let's think about other options. Nah.
Burn away your transgressions.
Makes it the Piranha Druid, maybe. I get one more Piranha up. If they can play another thing like Reef Walker, they could buff it. But yeah, Doomsay's done 2 arena rounds. Must say, Druid's a very balanced arena class with a Kappa. So yeah, we've done this Paladin, which I thought would be the strongest class. Maybe I gotta play a Druid. We also just unlocked the Lunara Druid skin, so hey. I'd be up for Druid. I'd be up for Druid. He wants to try a rogue today. Have I played against any rogues? I played against 2 rogues. I actually did lose to one of them. No Dark Moon Varian, right? So I probably don't. I mean, I'm just thinking, do I need a position around like Silas Dark Moon? But I don't, right? Nice, hey, first run. First run of the meta. I was actually going to answer your question, Lyra, before you asked it. So have you gone 12 in the very first draft of expansion before? I know I did in Frozen Throne for sure. I'm not sure what other expansions it may have happened or not, but I know it happened in Frozen Throne. Alright. Starting the meta off right. We are going to play another arena run, I swear to you, but I hope you like card openings. Because we are going to be opening cards for probably the next, like, I don't know, 15 minutes? Because we got a lot of card packs to open. Gotta get some golden cards. Gotta get some golden cards for our next run.